Prasivanam Chaturvujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayi Sarvavignopasanti. Brahmanandam Paramasukam Kevalam Jnanamurtyam Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Triguణarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagini Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye. Stanza 50, second line. Two types of srishtis were given. One is Sarvasadharana Srishti, the general creation. Other is Pratisviki Srishti, the subjective creation. Kausitaky Upanishad uses the subjective creation, whereas Aitareya, Taitiriya, all these speak of Sarvasadharana Sarga, the public creation. Whatever may be the mode of creation described in the Upanishad, the purpose of describing the creation is only to give us a means to discover our own Swarupa, Upayaha Saha Avataraya. So, or Advaita Tattva Bodhaya, for imparting the knowledge of Advaita Swarupa Atma Brahma, Srishti is given, because Srishti is helpful to arrive at or ascertain our Swarupa. So, now among these two, to ascertain the Atma Swarupa, making use of the Sarva Sadharana Srishti, public creation, is little difficult and takes more time, because Tatpada Shodhana, Tvampada Shodhana, then Aikya, all these are involved. Whereas, if you take this Pratisviki Srishti or Drishti Srishti, it is Avilamba. It can be quick. It can be quick doesn't mean we need not bother about Sadhana Chatushtaya. Don't think it is a shortcut, Without Sadhana Chatushtaya we can gain the Atma Jnana also, not that way. Sadhana Chatush Sampatti is indispensable, whichever mode of investigation you use, but this is little more, that is quick, avilamba, faster. So how this is faster? If you make use of Drishti Srishti or Pratisriki Srishti, the subjective creation, how it is quicker to ascertain the Atma Sarupa. So that is to be elaborated, for which Vidyaranya Muni reminds us about the Drishti Srishti, which he has already described. See, he also knows that you are bound to forget what he has taught earlier. So he is just in the context reminds us what is Drishti Srishti, to point out how it is easier compared to the Sarvasadhana Srishti. कर्म भोग काले
पुनः उद्गतः स्यात्। अगे सुप्तौ यत् अज्ञानम् आसीत् तत्र हि अहङ्कारलयः भवति। सः अहङ्कारः कर्मभोगकाले पुनः उद्गतः स्यात्।
Suptau, during the deep sleep state, yad adjnanam asi, which we have already seen. During the deep sleep state, there is ignorance of everything, including oneself. So whatever that ignorance is there, in that ignorance asi, atra means in that ajnana. What happens? Atrahi is well known, already described earlier, or Shastra also described that. Atrahi ahankara layaha bhavati. The ahankara, the I notion gets merged in that, gets dissolved in that, because any effect merges in the cause at the time of destruction. Ajnana is the cause of ahankara. So when Antakarana is no more functioning, Ahankara, which is the product or constituent of Antakarana, also merges in its cause, the Ajnana. Bhavati, this we already seen. Then what happens when the person wakes up? Saha Ahankaraha. That Ahankara, Karma Bhoga Kali. Karma Bhoga Kali, Karma Phalanubhava Kali. At the time of experiencing of karma phala. Which karma phala? Jagrat karma phala. Or it can be swapna karma phala. Jagrat karma phala, swapna karma phala means what? Karma phalas which give rise to Jagrat state, karma phalas which give rise to swapna state. Those karma phalas. So therefore is a karma bhoga kali. So at the time of, here we have to take as waking state only. So it applies to dream state also. Karma bhoga kali, when the karma phalas which are on the verge of giving the waking state experiences. They are ready. Then what happens to this ahankara? Punaha, again. Why again? In sleep he had got merged, laya in the ajnana, again now. So from that state of dissolution in the ignorance during the deep state, again udgataha syat. Udgataha syat means arises, manifests. Udgata means comes up. Comes up means udgataha syat means arises, means manifest. So ahankara had got dissolved or merged in the ajnana, ignorance of one swarupa during the deep state, when the jagarana, jagarita karma phalas or even swapna karma phalas are ready to give those experiences. Again the ahankara gets revived, gets manifest. Then what happens?
आत्मा अभी पूर्ववत कर्ता भोक्ता अभी भवति भोक्तुः आत्मनः भोगसाधनम् इंद्रियम् उत्पन्नम् तेन अवच्छिन्नः आत्मा अपि पूर्ववत् कर्ता भोक्ता अपि भवति भोक्तुः आत्मनः भोगसाधनम् इंद्रियम् उत्पन्नम्
Tena avachinnaha. Tena means ahankarena. By that ahankara. Tena avachinnaha, limited, conditioned, parichinnaha, atma. Who is this? Atma conditioned by, limited by ahankara. Who is that? Jiva. Ahankaropadhi atma jivaha. We have already seen earlier. So the one Atma conditioned, limited by ahankara, namely jiva, tena avachinnaha atma jivaha, purvavat, as earlier means as it was so before sleeping, in the waking or dream, as it was before, purvavat, karta, bhokta, api bhavati, becomes karta, the doer, bhokta, the experiencer. He becomes karta, bhokta because of identification with the embodiment. Then what happens? To become karta and bhokta, what is necessary? Indriyas in the functioning conditions are necessary. What was this person doing earlier? Jiva, sleeping. In sleep, all indriyas had merged in the prana and then in the atma. So they also are emerging, they say. So bhoktuhu atmanaha. Again, bhoktuha atmana means jivasya. Atma who is bhokta is jiva. Otherwise, atma in his true swarupa, neither bhokta nor karta. So bhoktuhu atmanaha means jivasya. Bhoga sadhanam indriyam utpannam. The bhoga sadhana, the means of experiencing. The means of experiencing. What are those? Indriyam. Indriya. We have already seen Indriya includes ahankara also, because unless the ahankara is, of course, ahankara already is told earlier. Ahankara already told here, kartaha. So punaha udgataha syat already told. There earlier when drishti srishti was given, pratisviki was told. So pranaha, the pranas are born. The pranas include ahankara also. Pranas refers to indriyas, but before indriya who must be there? Ahankara must be there. That ahankara also, here also ahankara is taken for not granted, already described. Saha ahankara karma bhoga kale punaha udgataha syat. So therefore, bhuktva atma parjiva bhoga sadhanam indriyam utpanna. What is born is the means of experience, the indriyas, means all the indriyas, jnanendriya, karmendriya, along with the antakarna, they are born. But for them to function, what is necessary? The anugraha of adhisthana devata is necessary. So therefore, now they also indriya preraka, those who prompt or enable the indriyas to function, that adhisthana devatas, they are also born.
Indriya prerako deva nudrahastha udgataha. Indriya prerako deva nudrahastha akshebhyo nudrihitebhyaha. Akshebhyo nudrihitebhyaha loka bhanti samudgataha. Loka bhanti samudgataha. इंद्रिय प्रेरकः देवानुग्रहः उद्गतः अनुरूढीतेभ्यः अक्षेभ्यः समुद्गताः लोकाः भान्ति। ततः इंद्रिय प्रेरकः देवानुग्रहः उद्गतः अनुगृहीतेभ्यः अक्षेभ्यः समुद्गताः लोकाः भान्ति।
Tataha means from those indriyas. Indriyebhyaha. Tataha is indriyebhyaha, from those indriyas. Indriya prerakaha devanugraha udgataha. Udgata again arises or gets manifested. What gets manifested? Devanugraha, anugraha, the blessing of the devas. Big devas, adhisthana devata. So here what is that? The blessing indriya prerakaha, that which prompts the indriyas to function, in the sense that capacity that enables the indriyas to function is called as devanugraha, means without that power, shakti, indriyas are incapable of functioning. So therefore from indriyas, the indriya preraka, the one which prompts or enables the indriyas to function, namely the power bestowed by presiding deities, that is born, that gets manifested. And what do the indriyas do when coupled with this power bestowed by indriya, the adhisthana devatas? Anugrihitebhyaha akshebhyaha. From those akshebhyaha, from those indriyas, what type of indriyas they are now? Anugrihitebhyaha, blessed by the adhisthana devatas. Blessed by adhisthana devatas means enabled by adhisthana devatas to function in their corresponding fields. So anugrihitebhya akshebhya. So samudgataha lokaha bhanti. Samudgataha means manifested. Manifested. Lokaha, this word we have seen in this context. Lokaha means vishayaha, sense objects. So this Vishayas, sense object, Lokaha, Samudgataha, and instead Bhanti means they are perceived, they appear means they are cognized, they are perceived, they are experienced. So this also makes it clear, which was earlier highlighted, according to this, that Bhanti means Bhana. Bhana is cognition. Cognition itself is Srishti. Bhanam eva Srishti. Cognition itself is the creation, and non-cognition, Abhanam, is Laya. So Abhanam is Laya. So therefore, you can't say, when I sleep, my neighbor is awake, and therefore and he reported to me, entire world, including my body, was there. How do you say Laya was there? Your word has undergone Laya. Public word is that. And if when you sleep, public word gets extinct, you will be in problem. Do you know why? Your bank account, your properties and assets all will go, then you will never dare to sleep. So every time you have to work again as such. So after retirement preparation कुछ काम का नहीं होगा. Why after retirement? For next day only it will not be available. So therefore, that is Sarva Sadhan Srishti. We are talking of Pratisviki Srishti, subjective creation. That creation is in terms of Bhana, cognition. Abhana, no cognition, means Laya. So that is that. He is just reminding, already he has described that. So that is me, he is hinting. Why he is hinting? That is useful now. So useful for what? I hope you remember the context. So he is showing us how Pratisviki Srishti, Drishti Srishti is quicker in ascertaining the Atma Swarupa compared to the public creation. So Anugrahitebhya Akshebhya Samudgataha Lokaha, the sense objects that are born or manifested, Bhanti, get perceived or experienced. So this is what is Pratisviki Srishti or Drishti Srishti. And through this, he says, even a child can ascertain the Atma Swarupa. And if you are not able to do it, you are worse than child. So let us see now. Pratitiki Srishti. Sayam, Sayam is that which was described right now again or revised right now again. Pratitiki Srishti means this is what that Pratitiki Srishti or Drishti Srishti as described. Tasmad Jata From where it is born? Tasmat jata. It is born from that. What is that? The Advaya Ananda Rupa Atma who was there during the deep sleep state. Tasmat means like this. Sushupti Kale, during the deep state, Advaitananda Rupa Yaha Atma. The Atma who is Advaita Ananda Rupa, who is available during the deep state, from that Atma, Jata is born. He says, and that one is Paratma, even a child also can understand. Tataha. Tataha means what? By, that is description of such srishti. Tataha is etadrisha srishti kathana. Etadrisha srishti kathana. Tataha means from such description of subjective creation, tataha jagat karta paratma. See, one thing you should keep in mind, this srishti, what does it point out? In sleep, who is there? What is there? Some principle, cognitive principle is there. Chaitanya is there during the deep state. How do you say? In sleep you are not aware of anything, including yourself, and still how do you say? After waking up, what do? You recollect, you recall. I slept, I did not know anything. Means at that time you were undergoing an experience of absence of everything, including oneself. What does it mean? Chaitanya was there. Because who can remember? One who has undergone that specific experience which is being remembered. So therefore, so that being the case, by such type of creation which very clearly points out the source of Srishti as Chaitanya, Atma, as available in sleep, you see, Jagat Karta Paratma, the creator, the Jagat Karta, Jagataha Karta, the creator of the entire creation is who? Paratma, is Paramatma, iti, so, Balaha api. Even a child, Swayam, on its own, Swayam on its own, Kshanad Buddhyate, just within a moment, in a trice, when a child can know. How? See, you required all this much of teaching. And means when a child knows that in sleep there is something. A little direction may have to be given. Once we say, see, only you have to tell this much. There is something because of which you are experiencing sleep, is it not? One child has to accept it. Only say, that is Paramatma, that's all. Swayam, oh, that is Paramatma, oh, that is Paramatma. So Swayam, on its own, Kshan Balahati, Kshanat Buddhyate. Means it is easy to, need not be taken so literally. Here Balaha means also can be taken this way. One who has not studied so much of Shastra, Bhashya Bhishya kuch pada nahi, Sanskrit pata nahi hai. So, here Balaha means the Mandaha. Manda may not be very intelligent, may not be highly exposed to Shastra. That way it is. Balaha, Balaha, that way need not be taken literally as a child as such. So even an ordinary person who is not exposed to the intricacies of the Shastra. So Balaha ati kshanad buddhyate. So what is required here? Little common sense, that's all. Not even the study of Shastra, Not even scholasticity, little common sense is required. Even a child can, if has a common sense, can certainly know it. So buddhyate. So this is how, of course, is further balaha pikshanad buddhyate. Even a child, means even a lay person also can know within a trice. How will be explained further. Meanwhile, one question comes. Then
Mahimodetaha Saha Api as Jiva Anya Iti Vasana.
just to change it. Sah anyaha, after that anyaha, take this way. Tataha vyadadikramaha bhavati iti vasana. Saha jivad anyaha. After that anyaha, take. After anyaha, take. Tataha. Tataha vyadadikramaha, add bhavati, and then iti vasana, continue.
Iti Vasana Imana as Api Chiram Arudha. Again, Ishvara as Nama Mahimopetaha Saha Api as Jiva Anya Tataha Vyadadikramaha as Bhavati Iti Vasana Imanam as Api Chiram Arudha.
So other sarvasadharana srishti sarga is meant for such people. Those who know, just they have studied Shastra, etc. Ishvaraha nama mahimopetaha. The one who is called Ishvara, who is he? Mahimopetaha, maha mahima yuktaha, endowed with great glories, so capacities, so knowledge, so sarvajna, sarvashaktiman, sarvastitvavan. So Ishvara nama, one who is called as Ishvara is mahimopetaha, maha mahima yuktaha, endowed with great glories like omniscience and omnipotence and omnipresence. Sarvajnatva, sarvashaktimatva, sarvastitva. So, and that Ishvara is who? Sahati, that such Ishvara, Jivad Anyaha. He is different from who? Jiva. Not only that, Tataha. Tataha means Ishvarat. From that Ishvara who is Mahimopetaha. Tataha Vyadadikramaha bhavati. Because they have studied Shastras. So from him the Srishti takes place. The creation is born. How? In terms of first 5 elements, space, air, fire, etc. Bhavati. Iti vasana. Such vasana, vasana here is a notion, impression. Such notion or impression, see, is found in very knowledgeable persons also. Dhimatam api. Even in the case of Dhiman means knowledgeable people who have studied Shastras, etc. So Dhimatam api chiram arudha is there in the mind for a long time. Means it is there in their mind. Means this is not a new thing as such. So many have got such notion, and chiram arudha means such notion is deeply rooted in their mind. So for them, what type of srishti is given? The sarva sadharana sarga, the public creation. So he says, now enough of this Pratisviki Srishti or Sarvasadharana Srishti. Why dilate all these things? One thing is clear to everyone. What is that? You see, therefore he says,
Advidiyananda Atma Sutruptavanubhuyate Advaya Kim Bahubhya Ya Kachit Surti Astu Sa Maiti Tataha At Cha Bhavati. Again at Sarvatha Api Tu Shuddhabodhananda Advidiyananda Atma Anubhuyate. Again, in Bahubhya Ya Achit Srushti Astu Sa Maiti Tataha At Cha Bhavati. Again at Sarvatha Api Tu Sushuptao Advidiyananda Atma Anubhuyate.
Kim Bahupya. In the English you say, enough of this dilation. Why dilate so much? Why speak so much that way? Kim Bahupya. Why talk too much, etc. Right? This is the thing. What is it? Ya Kachit Srishti. Whatever creation you speak of, whatever means whether Sarva Sadhana Srishti, which is Mahati, very big, or this Pratisviki, which is Alpa, a little small one. Whether you are talking of individual creation, small one, or the public creation, the big one, in either case. So let us not bother about that, what type of creation. So, Ya Kachit Srishti means Srishti Alpava Bhavatu Mahati Va. Let that Srishti be Alpa, a small one, the individual one, microcosmic, or Mahati, the big one, the macrocosmic. In either case, what is it? This is the fact. What is it? Srishti Astu, let it be Sa Maiki. That Srishti is what? Maiki. Whether Sarvasadharana Srishti or Pratisviki Srishti. One thing is certain, it is Maiki, product of Maya Shakti, and therefore false in nature. What is meant there? Maiki means na paramarthiki. It is not an absolute creation. It is not real. It is false, like your dream. Experience, but truly not that. So Maiki means na paramarthiki. And from where it is born? Tataha Ishvara. Tataha. Tataha means from that Ishvara. So, and it is born from where? Ishvara. That's in sleep, Paramatma is there. Who is that Paramatma? As Ishvara only. So that from that. So Tataha means Ishvaracha Bhavati. So this is that. Means whatever may be the type of creation, number one, it is false in nature, being the product of Maya Shakti. Number 2, in either case, it is born from where? Paramatma, Ishvara. So then, he says, whether that Srishti is born from Ishvara, as told in the Sarvasadhan Srishti, or born from Atma, Paramatma, told in the case of Pratisviki Srishti, this is universally experienced. What is Sarvatha Apitu? Sarvatha Apitu means whether the creation is from Atma, as in the case of sleep, or Atma who is in sleep, or from Parameshwara who is Mahimopetaha. In either case, he says, Suktau, during the deep sleep state, Advitiyanandaha Atma Anubhuyati. In sleep, with experience, Atma with Advitiya, non-dual, Ananda Swarupa. Yes or no? Yes or no? In sleep, Atma, Advitiya Ananda Rupa Atma is experience. Is it not universal experience? I slept well. How? Happily. Is it not? And when I said I slept well, happily, was there anything other than that happy Swarupa, Advitiya or not? So that is what is said, Balaha Api. Even a child means even a person who has not taken to the discipline of the Shastras. So he said even a lay person can know this. In sleep, I slept happily, I did not know anything. If anything was there, what would happen? Dvaita would have come. There is no. Suppose, no, in sleep also, oh, I am sleeping very happily. I am sleeping very happily. All these days there was no sleep. Now I am sleeping very sound. Yes, you are not sleeping. You are not sleeping. So that is there. So at that time, Advaya, that our experience is non-dual. Why? The experiencer also is not available. That is why you are narrating based on your memory, recollection, pratyabhijna. So that being the case, say, so this is universal. Sarvatati, sushuptau, advitiyanandaha, atma, anubhuyati. The atma with non-dual ananda swarupa is experienced. So if that is the case, this is Atma is available. Where is available? In sleep or not? Oh, it is available in sleep, but where is he in the waking state? किधर भाग जाता है वो? वेकिंग स्टेट किधर भागता है वो? उसको पकड़ने का है अभी. So क्या करना? So the Shruti says, look, that Atma, say if you take this from this standpoint, from Pratisviki standpoint, creation standpoint, so without bothering about the Parameshwar and all that, entire the Jagat and all that, it can be ascertained. How? This way. In sleep it is available like this. In waking the Atma is available like this. So that way, so the Shruti, Kausitaky Shruti is giving illustration which is also found in Brihadaranyaka. Okay, this Ajata Shatru Vidya is in Brihadaranyaka also, means same teaching. Teaching of Ajata Shatru to Balaki is both in Kausitaky Upanishad and also in Brihadaranyaka. that variation is there, and that is why, not variation, some supplements are there. That is why Vidyaranya Muni chose to explain this here in spite of explaining Ajata Vidya. So it is like this. See, in Shruti, two examples are given. Two illustrations are given to point out the presence of Atma in waking and in sleep. And these two illustrations can be interchanged also, in the sense, see, one illustration, let us first see. Two illustrations are, the one is that of a razor. We'll come to the context, okay? A razor, not safety razor, okay? Right? So, other razor. So, the barber, not nowadays, olden days will come there. The barber carries a leather bag. Nowadays, briefcase will be there. If you see briefcase and what is that? His dress and the mobile in the pocket, you will not be able, you will not be able to know whether barber or an officer, you will not be able to know. Sati Sai Baba once told, many years back, that may not be applicable today. So many years back, he told one thing. One elderly person, father-in-law, he wanted to visit his son-in-law in a government officer in a big city. So this father-in-law travelled by a train, and the son-in-law came to the station to receive him because he did not get that. And he took a taxi and they were going to the son-in-law's house. After about half an hour travelling in the taxi, the father-in-law asked the son-in-law, here, how much the barber charges for a shave? So the son-in-law is sitting behind and the father-in-law in the front saying, he turned, how much a barber charges for a shave? The son-in-law was little surprised. Why? Why did you say? Why? I find here many people carrying the barber's bag, but they are very well dressed. Many people are carrying, morning time it was, many people are carrying the barber's bag, but they are very well dressed. This very well dressed means they should be charging more. You know what had happened? Those days were when the transistors, now walkie-talkie has come. Those days walkie-talkies were not there. Transistor there. These people who are going for a morning walk were carrying the transistor. He didn't know, he thought it was barber's bag. So like that, in olden days, so barbers were carrying the different types of razors, means already sharpened, etc. Because they did not sharpen again, but they have to go on sharpening on that stone, grinding stone. So that is that. And there used to be put in the different pockets of the leather bag. That is one example. So like the razor. Other one is arani. Arani is the wooden piece by churning from which the fire is, that is, produced to use for the yajna. This is the other example. So these two examples are given. The question comes, which example illustration is for sleep, availability of Atma in sleep, and which example is for the availability of Atma in the waking state. This can be taken either way. Vidyaranya Muni takes this way. He takes, which is taken so in Brihadaranyaka also. Arani example he takes for deep sleep state, whereas the razor example Vidyaranya Muni takes for the waking state. Some other Tikakara, Shankarananda, takes the other way. This is so taken in the Brihadaranyaka. So Tikakara says, takes the razor example for the sleep and the waking at this razor example for he takes this Shankarananda takes razor for sleep and the Arani for the waking. Let us see now. How it is so that the points of illustrations are different. See, in sleep, where is Atma? Where is Atma available? Hridaya? No, Hridaya. He is centered where in the Hridaya? Means he is available at one place. So, the razor is at where? At one place in the pocket. So, therefore, that he takes that way. Whereas, in the, this fire in the Arani, where is it? Everywhere. So, he takes it for what? The waking state. So therefore, everywhere it is available. Who said that? The Shankarananda. Whereas Vidyaranya Muni, and also so in the Brihadaranyaka Bhashya also it is taken this way. The razor example is taken for the waking state. Why? See, in the deep sleep state, though Atma is there, it is not spashta. It is not directly cognized. Whereas Atma in the waking state is directly cognized, like the razor of the barber in a particular pocket of the leather bag. Whereas, so Vidyaranya Muni, when he takes the Arani example, he doesn't take the aspect of the fire being all over. He doesn't take that. He takes the unmanifest aspect of the fire in the wood. So it is present, it is not cognized, means it is aspashta. So that way, both ways the examples can be taken. So that now let us see how. So that is the presence of Atma can be ascertained both in the deep sleep state and also in the waking state, with the examples of this razor and the Arani.
Ahankaro mayiko yaha tadavachinna chetanaha atma jagarane krutnam anakam jagmuyadvahu. Anvaya. Ahankara mayika yaha tadavachinna chetanaha atma saha jagarane anakam krutnam vapuhu yakuya. Again, ahankaraha mayikaha yaha tadavachinna chetanaha atma saha jagarane anakam krutnam vapuhu yakuya.
Ahankara Mayika. Ahankara is who? Mayika means product of Maya, false in nature. Yaha, that ahankara. Tadavachinna chetanaha atma means not yaha. Yaha is not ahankara, tad is ahankara. The one who is like this, the one who is tadavachinna chetanaha. Tad means ahankara. See, yaha, the one. Tadavachinna means ahankaravachinna. The Chaitanya conditioned by ahankara. That Atma, who is he actually? Jiva. The Chaitanya Swarupa Atma conditioned by ahankara is Jiva. Jagarani, in the waking state. Kritsnam anakam kritsnam vapuhu vyapnuya. So, that means in the waking, anakam kritsnam vapuhu vyapnuya. Pervades kritsnam vapuhu. Vapuhu here is accusative singular. It's vapu. Nominative singular also is vapuhu. Here it vapu vapushi, vapushi. So vapu is accusative singular. Means that Jiva, who is ahankara vachinna chaitanya swarupa atma, in the waking, so entire body, up to where? Anakam kritsnam, up to the tip of the nail, up to the tip of the hair. Which tip? Not the farther rim, the earlier. So where the nail begins, not the where the nail ends, up to the tip of the upward, up to where the nail, not outside the body. So up to the tip of the this nail, also the hair, vyapnuyat, pervades. So that pervades. So that is one thing. Whereas what happens in the sleep? Ahankara, this Chaitanya is there or not? Ahankara is there or not? Ahankara is not there. Ahankara has merged where? In the Ajnana. And where does the Chaitanya abide? Abide in the sense, in terms of manifestation, Hridaya. In Hridaya. It abides in the Hridaya. So that is what says earlier since Jiva also abides in the Hridaya was told. So therefore, but the presence of Chaitanya in the deep sleep state, it is cognized, it is concealed, is it not? Or therefore, now he brings in the illustrations.
तथा सुप्तौ जितिर्वपुः व्याप्नोत्यविद्यया गूढः जागरेषुरवस्थिता.
Correct it, Gudha. Correct Gudha word as Gudha. Add akara.
अन्वय यथा अरणौ व्यापी अग्निः गूढः तथा सुप्तौ चितिः वपुः व्याप्नोति तथापि अविद्यया गूढा एव वर्तते. जागरे चितिः शरीरे
Kshuravat. Shuravat.
Sita. Again, add yatha, karanau, yapi, agni, gudaha, tatha, suttau, iti, vapu, vyapnoti. Add tathapi, avidyaya, gudha, add eva vartate. Jagare, add chiti sharire, shuravat sthita.
Just as yatha, just as aranau vyapi agni. Agni, fire, is aranau. In the arani, how is what? Vyapi. Vyapi is pervading everywhere. It's pervading the entire arani. Vyapi, agni. Tatha, suktau, chitihi, vapuhu, vyapnoti. See, the fire permeates the entire arani, the wooden block. Likewise, so Chaitanya also is what? Entire body, it permeates. Yet, it is not cognized. It is not clear. It is not spashta. It is not Vapnoti. Tathapi, so that's it. Vapnoti, Tathapi, even. Swastik.